Hey, what's up, everyone? Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've been, on YouTube, but I just wanted to do a kind of a quick rundown video of, kind of what I'm looking at in terms of the different levels. And, we've been having a really nice move to the upside, but, until we start holding a little bit higher here, it's still could definitely reverse and we can come a bit lower, yeah, so let's just jump into it. So firstly, on we'll start off on Bitcoin. So on Bitcoin, we had this really nice move up over here. This is I did take a long, I don't remember where, but I caught most of this move to the upside. And then I took profits over here. I was looking for a short for, from this area. We did come up directly to these two intercepting lines right here. This is where I got into the first shorts, and then ended up getting stopped out. And then, currently we've just been like ranging in this area for the last, few days. But we did just kind of break out of this zone. So, we're going to be doing a volume profile, from over here. We're currently trading above it. So, what I'm looking at, so firstly on Bitcoin, we are starting to show, signs of a potential, divergence, because we are getting this, this higher high, but then we're also, you know, might start printing this wave over here, which would be giving us a bearish divergence from over here. So, that's one thing you do want to keep an eye on the lower time frames, such as like the 4 hour, kind of the same thing. And, as you can see, money flow is slightly starting to thin out, and these RSIs are kind of starting to separate. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we do, start coming back down. We did come up directly to this point of control right over here, which has been, if you look from back over here, so that's this whole entire range before we drop down. So we're currently at this point of control. So, um, if we come back down for retracement, that's not an issue. We do definitely want to be breaking past this point of control, because then, very likely we're going to be going to the top of the range, which is that 103 $1,000 zone. So in terms of what, if you're not in a trade yet, of the level you could, kind of look at, I would be probably looking, kind of in this area right over here. So, as you can see, it's like that top of that, or it's at top of that value area high, and then we have that 382 over there. And, just looking at it, just with your eyes as well, you could just see that that's kind of also this, top of this range. So, coming into here would be, a nice trade. And you would definitely want to be seeing some confirmations on your market cipher. So, look on these lower time frames, and if we could come into here with some divergence, that'd be awesome. But even just, even if it's a very, very low, time frames, if you're seeing the money flow kind of coming back up to the upside when we are coming into this level, you could also, potentially take a trade from there. But definitely have a tight stop loss, because you could be, having, a 0.31% stop loss, and then, aiming back to the high, which is, about 2%. So, that's kind of the trade I would be waiting for. If we do, come further back down past that, another area where you could be looking at is, you know this whole zone right over here. So that $94,000 zone. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at on, Bitcoin. And then just in terms of, what the indicator is showing. So, if we're going to the higher time frames, such as like the daily, we did have this, we did print this top, but as you can see, we did get some down move, but, we are about to cross back over, and then money flow is starting to, curve really nicely back up to the upside. So, um, yeah, we just want to see of how this is going to be printing in the next, 2 hours. But it is looking quite strong, and the fact that we did come up to this point of control and then get a slight rejection back down, and not a massive rejection, definitely, kind of gives that narrative that we could definitely have some, more upside potential. And then, when we're going to the, say such a 2 day, we were coming back down. However, we did have some nice curvature on this. The only thing is on this money flow, we are having quite a big out curve to the outside. So that's not the best, but if this weekly over here could kind of like carry us more to the upside, that would be definitely really nice. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. And then Ethereum. So one second. Yeah, so let's go to Ethereum. Yeah, so on Ethereum, kind of the same thing we did. We came up to this level, we're having a little bit of resistance, but since then we have just been kind of ranging, the sideways range. In terms of if you're just pulling a volume profile from here to there, you can see that we are trading above that. So again, for an entrance, I would again kind of be looking at this area right over here. So you can see we have confluence with the value very high, and then the 382, and then also if we're doing just a standard fan pull, kind of depending on when it does come there, because again, this kind of really always goes with time. Depending on which one, we are going to range in this area for a little bit longer, and then we hit over here where we do have that also that fib golden pocket from the fan pull. This will definitely, it just really ups that level as a strong point. So yeah, so that's the level I'm looking at with that. And then it's kind of similar to Bitcoin in terms of just what market cipher is showing. We were printing this top, but as you can see, we are currently printing green dots. So we overall, just like with the money flow and everything, we are really coming to the upside. So whenever money flow does cross, that tends to be very bullish. So yeah, so we just really got to see, and then we want to be from this area right over here. We haven't come to this point of control yet, but you want to be cautious of when we are coming there, because we'll probably experience some reversal. And then but if we could finish above that and then kind of break past this area, then we can really kind of start switching our narratives to look for higher highs. But really right now we did in terms of just market structure, we had a high, a higher low, and then a higher high. So but we do really want to kind of break above these two areas right over here before we're really considered more bullish and can go in with longer positions, because again, we can very likely from where we are right now, it's definitely a possibility to come quite far back down, maybe taking out this wick right over here. And so that potentially is 15% drop. So you want to be careful, but we are looking quite bullish. So I'm not too worried about that happening, but it would be nice to, maybe come back down here to this area where we have some intercepting lines in that 786 level, and, come in from along from there. So you can see that's that golden pocket. We have this trend line as well over here. So, and then just kind of looking over here, you can see that that's at top of that range. So this area right over here around 1682 would be a really nice, area to get into a trade. So, yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking at in terms of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll try do some more videos a bit more consistently. I've just been super busy with some other stuff I've been working on. So but yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well, and have a good rest of your day.